It's still 2 days until the G7 summit gets underway in Kananaskis, but some arrivals are already here in Calgary. From military planes to protesters to police forces, the summit will draw some unique sights to our city this weekend as preparations wind down. Tim Brooke has more on the spectacle and serious side of the summit.
This week at the Calgary International Airport, an amazing sight for patient aviation enthusiasts.
Events like these are always exciting because we get to see aircraft that we very rarely get to see.
As the G7 summit approaches, so too are some of its security measures. This Osprey military aircraft came from south of the border, which doesn't happen all too often.
Probably 1 in a million. Extremely rare to see that up here in Canada.
It's just one of the unique sights in the build-up to next week's Kananaskis summit. Expect to see a lot more on Stephen Avenue. U2 singer Bono's One campaign is a global advocacy organization aimed at creating investment and economic opportunity in Africa. It's in Calgary early to grab important attention.
And the message is to keep Africa on the agenda, basically.
Prime Minister Mark Carney has said one of his goals next week is to strengthen Canada's national partnerships. One wants Canada to look towards Africa for trade and aid programs.
It's a big potential market for Canadian businesses, and we can also get more of our products from African countries to diversify.
In southwest Calgary, the G7 Jubilee People's Forum kicked off. It's a 4-day event focused on social and ecological activism and hopes for the summit.
Sustainable development and funding to confront climate change.
What groups are doing here Friday likely won't be seen by any leaders, but starting Sunday, some of the demonstrations from official zones will be visible on monitors in Kananaskis. It'll all be done under close watch.
There are going to be demonstrations, but demonstrations take place in Calgary all the time. And 99.9% of them are lawful, peaceful, and safe, and that's our expectation.
At the G8 here in 2002, things were loud, but mostly under control. That's the expectation this time, too, though there may be more protests. Many will want their opinions heard on Gaza, climate change, and the Indian government.
The usual ones will be there. Oxfam, Make Poverty a History, Save the Children, perhaps. But this year we'll also see protesters, I think, raising their voice against Donald Trump.
Tim joins us live from Stephen Avenue with more. Tim, world events of the last 24 hours will shape some of the G7 conversation.
Yeah, that's right. Israel's attack on Iran and Iran's retaliation will no doubt have an impact on the summit's planned agenda. Now, world leaders have said they want to chat about things like defense spending, tariffs, Russian relations, but keep in mind, all of those things are impacted if another war is started in the Middle East. And if another war is started in the Middle East, we'll also see a lot more economic uncertainty right across the globe. We'll also see oil prices surge. So expect Canada's PM to address that conflict before the G7 officially gets underway. And Cam, expect that conflict to dominate a lot of next week's conversations.
All right, Tim, thank you so much.